All right, we're going to look at how to create our own curtain wall or storefront panel. I just have created a little storefront here inside of a wall, and you can see how the panels are laid out. And let's say if we want to take this string of panels and make them not glazed, maybe some other material and so on. Now, in reality, the exact configuration of those panels isn't of the utmost importance right now. The reason being is that there are a lot of factors involved in controlling, what it looks like in real life versus what it will look like in a 2D elevation view or a curtain wall storefront detail view. But at least what we can do is make it look, we can modify the panels accordingly to look towards. When it comes to things like rendering and so on, that is when you will see a difference, or when it becomes relevant. So I just have this elevation right here. And what I want to do is I am, number one, going to change it from consistent colors visual style to hidden line, simply because it's easier when you're selecting the panels. It's easier to see when you're tabbing through. It's easier to see when you are have the panel actually selected. So I'm going to start with this one here. I'll move my mouse over one of the mullions, just this one here, and I'm going to use the tab key to cycle through all the selections until I see the panel outlined. Now, because the panel is a part of a larger family, or not even a family, but a larger object in Revit, it's pinned. Same way a mullion would be pinned, because the mullion is only there because of the grid line that's below it. So I'm going to unpin it. And we have in our commercial design models two to choose from, glazed and solid. If we have something else in mind, what we need to do is take one of those two and modify it. Okay, or sorry, duplicate it and then modify it. So just to show you what it looks like as a solid, I'm going to switch it out from glazed to solid. And then I'm going to click off to the side here. It doesn't look like anything too different here in their 2D elevation view, but if I go back and change it to, say, consistent colors, you can see the difference. Now, if we want to see just not a guarantee, but just to verify that it's not transparent anymore, we can go to a 3D view. I've already created a 3D view like this, and I've also thrown in a little something to look at just for the sake of having something to look at. And you can see all of the panels around are still transparent, but this one is solid. All right. Now, when it comes to the panel that is solid, we do run into a bit of an issue with the fact that in a hidden line view, you cannot see that it is solid. So in our 2D elevation view, we will want to make this panel look different, all right? Differentiate it visually from the other panels that are glazed. So really what happens here is that we could spend a lot of time playing around with materials, but what we can do right now is we can, for this, we could place a fill region. Okay, so if I go to the annotate ribbon, I pick a region, and I'm going to pick under properties. I can pick one off the list if it's there. For example, we have solid black. Solid black is not really going to do very well. What we want to be able to do is use a solid color maybe, and maybe make it gray. So we can select solid black and then pick edit type, duplicate, and we can call this solid gray. Click OK. And now foreground pattern color, we can select a gray color. I'll pick this one here just to simplify things. And I'm going to pick background color, same color, gray, and click OK. The difference between foreground and background patterns and colors is really about the order in which the patterns are going to be displayed. Okay, one overlapping the other if you happen to have multiple fill regions together. Okay, so what I want to do is just set both as the same, just because I'm paranoid, and I'm going to click OK. And now I'm going to draw my fill region from here to here, the check mark. And now you can see that it looks different. Okay. So, and that's what we're looking for with our exterior elevations. That differentiates the difference between one material and another material. Remember, when we are working on our elevations for our construction drawings, we want them to be in a hidden line view. A hidden line visual style. Okay, and so that means colors are out. Now, if we're working in 3D, that's different. Like say for a cover sheet or whatever, or you want to create a camera on the inside of the building, and you want to be able to show specifically the different colors that we would see and the different transparencies. Then we could do that. If I go to the floor 1 and I go to create a camera, looking from here to here. You can see that delightful car. And as a matter of fact, so you cannot see which panels are solid and which panels are not, or solid gray. But if I were to change the visual style here from hidden line to consistent colors, then you can see which one is solid. Now, because it's a 3D view and I've picked a visual style that is not hidden line, I can see which one is not transparent. And just for the sake of having some fun here, I haven't gone through this. Maybe some of you have discovered the render command. The keyboard shortcut for render is RR. And just give me a second because my render palette or dialog box came up on the other side of my other screen. And I'm not playing with any of these settings. We're going to talk about this next semester, okay? But if I just click on render and let it chug away, it takes a second. The more complex your view is, the longer it takes. And you can see that you can actually see like what looks like you're looking through glass. It throws in a background color or background image for you, and the car looks a little more realistic. But you can visually see that this is a solid versus a transparent panel.